During the past years, there has been one residence permit that has been the revolution in the immigration landscape. A residency with great tax advantages that has already helped thousands of foreigners move to Spain and enjoy their new life in the country. I'm talking about the Digital Nomad Visa, and in this video, you are going to learn everything you need to know about how to work remotely from Spain with this permit. From the exact requirements you must meet, the step-by-step application process to how to save taxes with this residency thanks to the Beckham law. Let's go to it. What is the Digital Nomad Visa? Spain is perhaps one of the top spots in the world for foreigners who work remotely. Great weather 365 days a year, a rich culture and a vibrant atmosphere makes it a great option for digital nomad. This is why in 2022, the Spanish government launched the Digital Nomad Visa, a residency card that allows you to live and legally work in Spain for a company or companies abroad. The Digital Nomad Visa has a duration up to 3 years, which can be extended for an extra 2. It does count towards Spanish citizenship and also for long-term residency. So after those 5 years, the foreigner can apply for long-term residency. There are 2 groups of foreigners who can benefit from the Digital Nomad Visa. Foreigners who can work remotely from Spain for a company outside Spanish territory, which means they are employee of a specific company that allows them to work from Spain. And then we have the freelancers, people who in many cases have different clients and who travel from one country to another one and they can work remotely. It's important to consider that in order for you to be able to apply for this permit, a maximum of 20% of your income can come from Spain. Before diving deep into the complete list of requirements for the Digital Nomad Visa, let me ask you something. The vast majority of you who watch our videos haven't subscribed. So if you are finding this video useful or you found any or other pieces of content valuable, please consider subscribing. It really helps us keep creating and posting new content like this. And now let's get back into the video. What are the requirements you must meet in order to be eligible to apply for this visa? We will divide them into general requirements and then specific ones, depending on the type of worker you are. The general requirements are: first of all, you must be a non-European citizen, as European citizens have other and easier paths to live and work in Spain. You must submit your full copy of the passport, then the signed application form that we will leave in the link in the description box below. You also need to provide the criminal record certificates from the countries where you have been living the last 2 years. Remember that this document must be legalized or apostille. In order to demonstrate the possession of sufficient funds, we'll use the minimum wage as indicator. You must demonstrate the possession of at least 33,151 euros, which is 200 the SMI. However, remember that if you bring family, you will have to demonstrate more economical means. You will also need to hire private health insurance in case you don't register in Spanish Social Security with a Spanish company. This insurance cannot have copayment. You will also have to pay for the administrative fee, which is 73 euros. And finally, you must demonstrate your university degree or 3 years of experience of the sector. Here is worth knowing that some professional degrees require the accreditation by the Spanish Ministry of Education, such as lawyers, psychologists, engineers, etc. Remember that all foreign documents must be legalized or apostille and also with sworn translation. These are the requirements if you work for a company. Demonstrate that there is a continuous employment relationship of at least 3 months with the company for which you are working remotely prior to your application, which is demonstrated through the work contract and salary sheet. The company you are working with must have been operating for at least 1 year prior to your application, demonstrated through the company deed. And finally, you must submit an authorization to work remotely from Spain, including the economical conditions and terms and description of the working relation. However, if you are a freelance, these are the requirements for you. You must be working for at least one client that is outside Spain, and this client needs to exist for at least 1 year. You need to show that you've been working with this client for at least 3 months, and they need to authorize you to work remotely from Spain, including the economical conditions and terms and description of the relation. And how does the application process work? You have 2 different options. You can apply as a tourist or resident directly from Spain. Here you would be granted up to 3 years residency card, or you can apply from your country of origin by first making an appointment at the Spanish consulate. You will be granted a 1-year visa, which can afterwards exchange to the 3 years residency card. As the visa falls under the entrepreneur's law, it will be the UGE, Unidad de Grandes Empresas, who handles your application. This means that you will enjoy a fast-track process, obtaining your resolution in just 20 labor days if there is no requirements. And finally, let's talk about taxes. Again, we will divide this into 2 different scenarios: working for a company as an employee or working as a freelancer. In case you work as an employee, good news. You will be able to apply for the Beckham law, in case you were not already living in Spain. thanks to which you will be considered a non-tax resident in terms of taxes, and you just pay a flat 24% on your income tax instead of a progressive rate that can reach up to the 48%. However, if you are a freelancer, unfortunately, you won't be able to benefit from this special tax regime. You will pay income tax as a residency and monthly social security contributions, now depending on your income. We already know that the first year is 80 euros per month, and the second and third year it will be from 200 up to 500 euros. Then quarterly, you will pay VAT tax declarations, and yearly, the income tax declaration. The Digital Nomad Visa is for sure one of the most popular favorable residencies in Spain. Nevertheless, it is true that this application process can turn into a tedious task sometimes, and making sure you meet all requirements and prepare a proper file is essential. For that, each case ends up being different. This is why the best recommendation we can make is to rely on a team of expert immigration lawyers to manage your application. At Balcells Group, we have already helped hundreds of digital nomads move to Spain. We can help you with your immigration application, making sure you obtain an effortless positive resolution, but also with your taxes, freelancer, or business registration. So send us an email at info@balcellsgroup.com and get started today. Subscribe if you haven't done so, and see you in the next one.